either could be harming our hair or helping our hair. What you're looking at is the FHI Heat UNBrush Detangling Brush, and you're getting both of them. They are the same brush. You're getting two. You've got several color choices. We've got the glitter, the glitter amethyst and rose quartz. So these two, glitter amethyst and rose quartz. We also have the glitter ruby and amber. And most limited in those options, I think partly because yellow has literally been the color of the season. And then we also have your glitter turquoise and sapphire. So those are your options on this unbrush. Now, not every brush is really designed to, take care of your hair. What I love is that this one is. Let's talk to the president of the FHI Heat, and her name is Gina Ortega. She's joining us via Teams. Gina, welcome to HSN. So glad to talk with you this afternoon.
Hi, thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
For sure. And let's talk about the unbrush, because there's this brush has gone viral. A lot of people already know it and love it, but for somebody who hasn't heard about it yet, tell us about it.
Yeah, so we are so excited. The brush went viral about 1.5 years ago online. And really, we like to call this the all-in-one brush. So you could use it on wet or dry hair. It works really great on textured hair, baby fine hair, all hair types in between. And it detangles. So you can go ahead and detangle the bristles. There's these amazing dual length flexible bristles. The shorter bristles sit on top of the hair and polish it, while the longer bristles really get into the hair and detangle, get rid of all of those unruly knots. And then you can also use it to blow dry your hair. So this is actually clinically proven to reduce blow drying time by up to 43%.
Wow.
And reduces breakage by up to 67%.
Oh my God. And that's vital. I mean, when you think about this, and you can see I was showing you the back, because the way that you've designed this so that the air flows through very easily, that means I can dry my hair quicker. I'm not having as much heat on my hair for a long period of time. It just makes it really simple. But designing a brush that it looks different than brushes that we've always used, because typically when you think of like a paddle look in a brush, you also think of all the hair that gets stuck in that paddle brush.
Yeah, so because this reduces breakage, these bristles are just like the perfect flexibility. They're not too hard, not too soft. So you'll be amazed. Like, I can run this through my hair and you can see, and again, I'm using it on my dry hair. It doesn't pull out my curl. It kind of just like refreshes it.
Yes.
But I'm not going to have any hair left in the brush. Like you can see, no hair left in the brush. Yeah. So what does that mean for, people using it at home? If there's no hair in the brush, it means more hair on your head, more volume, more body, and your hairstyles.
Absolutely. And you're seeing that it's super lightweight. I can't even begin to stress. I mean, literally this weighs only 1.5 ounces.
Yes. Yeah. And you can see here our model. So she's using it on wet and dry hair. So again, you can have this in your bathroom. You can have one in your purse. Some people have it in their car. It's really that all-in-one type of brush. Our gorgeous model here, you can see half of her head. She's got those unruly knots and tangles, and she's going to go ahead and just slide that through. We did a lot of clinical tests on it, and it's clinically tested to reduce the pull on the hair by up to 74%. So you can see that it just kind of glides, which is why I think it went viral. There's all these videos of girls online. They're just brushing through their hair and they're like, oh my gosh, this thing just glides through. It doesn't pull. It doesn't like remove the hair from my head. It really is just like all-in-one kind of brush.
It's really, thank you, Gina, for creating this, because, or bringing this to us, because it's the kind of thing where we kind of are on autopilot sometimes with our hairbrush. We just grab what's always been there, and we don't even think twice about, maybe my hair should not be in the brush. Maybe that's not what the brush is supposed to do. Look at
That's what we're all used to.
Right, and look at her before and after.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like, it doesn't really like flatten out the hair. So you can see it actually looks like it has more volume, a lot more shine in the hair, and no knots in the hair.
Yes.
And to your point earlier, yeah, we're used to seeing hair in the brush. So the fact that there's not, a lot of people are surprised by that. The
Right.
other thing I think we're used to is traditionally, with other brushes, they have a back. And that makes it even harder to clean. So you'd be surprised if you were to open up, a brush that has a back and look what's inside of your
Oh,
brush.
oh my gosh.
That it's like you don't even kind of want to know what's inside of there. So the great thing about it not having a back is that, you can easily clean it. So you just run it under your faucet. It just easily cleans out that brush.
Look at this. And you can see, and you know what, Gina, I had not thought about that. And I know that many of us don't clean our tools as much as we should. So just the thought of that just makes me so happy about the way this one is designed. We're showing you lots of befores and afters, completely different hair types, textures, lengths, ages, all of the things. And you'll see that the unbrush in the with, it always comes out smoother. The hair just looks more together, as you can see with that. And so if you're saying, I've been using the same old paddle brush forever, the same old kind of brush, and I'm so used to hair, I brush my hair and then I pull some out and throw it in the trash. Brush hair, pull it out, throw it in the trash. You want to keep your hair on your head. Try the unbrush. I love the size of the handle where it's not too big and too small. It's certainly not heavy because it only weighs 1.5 ounces. You've got this beautiful open design in the back. So if you're holding a blow dryer right along the back as you're drying your hair, let me get the movement. Drying your hair, it's going through nice and easily. And even if you're not using it on to dry your hair, it's just to smooth it out, to style or what have you. You've got these dual length bristles that are not tough, they're not tugging, they're not pulling, and Gina, this is my favorite part, there's nothing to get caught like at the tip of the brush, so it's literally gliding through the hair. All you're doing today is deciding which colors you want. So, and you're getting two of them. So we've got right here the glitter amber and rose quartz, very beautiful. We have the glitter ruby and amber, and that's the one you see right here. And then we have the glitter turquoise and sapphire. These are your options, all and for everybody. And Gina, we were showing just ladies in the picture, but for the fellas too. If you have hair and you want to brush it, this is the way you do it.
Yeah, it works for men, children. I mean, we have a lot of moms who write into us and tell us, this is the only brush my child lets me use. It really does work on everybody. It does work on that super curly hair, as you saw some of the models had, as well as the baby fine hair. And the trick is it's not pulling the hair. So whether it's short, long, yeah, you can see it. Just look at how gorgeous. I mean, she's got gorgeous hair, right? But you can see she's got some tangles. She's going to go ahead and brush through that, and it's reducing that combing force by 74%. That's key. So that means, easier on the wrist, glides, doesn't pull, and it reduces breakage by up to 67%.
Wow.
So I love to use it too on not only wet hair, but also dry hair. So if you've got, some second day hair going on, brush through, it's not pulling out my curl at all.
That's right.
So it just kind of refreshes it, gives it some shine and some body.
Yes, very simply, very easily, as you can see right there. And great size on this, again, in terms of the size of the actual brush surface as well. So it's not a tiny little brush, and it's not something that's kind of hard to handle. And I know, Gina, I know you've tried them all. I know you've seen everything out there. So the way that you design this just really is sort of that sweet spot for all of us.
Exactly. Yeah. As you said earlier, it weighs 1.5 ounces. So super light. You could throw it in your purse, not even notice it's there. It's one of those things when you put it in your hand, you're like, there's no way this thing could work because it's so light. It's just, just doesn't feel like it has anything to it. But once you start using it, again, it's all about those bristles. As you can see, it has the dual length bristles. So again, the longer bristles kind of get into the hair, detangle the hair. And then the shorter bristles sit on top and polish and smooth the hair. And as you were saying earlier, there's nothing on the ends of the bristles. So it doesn't pull, it doesn't snag. It's just, again, the perfect flexibility and, gets through all different hair types.
For sure. And I know that a lot of you are loving this and going ahead and trying it as well. You saw some befores and afters. You see live in studio how simple and easy it is. You don't have hair in the brush. You don't have hair on the floor. You don't have, that breakage that other brushes can bring about. Because the funny thing is, usually when we see hair in the brush, we think it's our hair. We think it's because of, well, that's just how my hair is. We're not even considering, maybe I'm just using the wrong brush. So I love that Gina and the team with FHI Heat created this. You're getting 2 of them. They're full size. These are not little brushes that, are only for like emergency on the go. These are full size and they're beautiful in their color. We have glitter amethyst and rose. We have glitter ruby and amber. And we have glitter turquoise and sapphire. These are your options. 093331 is the way that you go ahead and shop for yours. And Gina, thank you so much. I know we're going to see more of you a little bit later. Thanks for bringing us
Yes,
this.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
For sure. We'll see you again soon, Gina. And you can keep shopping for your unbrush, all right? Or for your 2 unbrushes. We're going to take a quick break, and we've got more coming up. On the other side, we've got IntelliWhite. Stay with us.
Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when